let me say something right quick, and this is the last time I'm going to address this issue. I never defamed or created any slander against the so-called facility that these people are talking about. Because guess what? I was very strategic in my speech, and I never actually named it, nor did I say the actual legal incorporated name of the facility, did I? I said a temple, I said a house, I said a facility. I did not put any names to it. I did not say incorporation this or business that or DBA that or any of that. So you throwing out legal threats, I know the law better than you do. And by the way, before you get anything involved in court, your alleged drug user is going to have to explain why she's possibly involved in illegal activity. So before you start dragging the feds in, you need to explain that kind of stuff. So like I said before, people throwing around legal jargon have to explain why they've got a bunch of rip-off reports online for allegedly taking people's money and ripping them off, and why there are a lot of bad reviews. So see, anytime you go to the legal attorney's office, or the legal route, or just in general, even with a mediator, you have to account for your bad reputation amongst clients or former clients. And you have to account for the alleged rip-off reports, whether they're true or not. It's none of my business. But I wanted you to know that I was very strategic in what I said. Like I said, you're very pressed. I was very strategic in what I said. I did not name your business by name. I said a facility. I said a house. I did not give the legal name of your business. See, that's where you fuck up. Because unless I say the legal name of the business, you can't hold anything against me, and you cannot send me a cease and desist because it doesn't apply. I could have been talking about any fucking house, any facility, or any organization in the fucking state in which yours is located. And I also spoke vaguely on certain occasions and did not actually say that it was located in that state. I could have been talking about anything. See, that's where you fuck up. I know the law. You forget that I was going to get a Juris Doctorate. I know the law. I know how to run social media. Nobody defamed your organization, and you're saying, well, if you didn't stay there, then you have no right. You are right. However, I didn't like the way my friend was treated because I see her heart and her spirit. I didn't appreciate that. It's not about having hurt. I don't want to be a part of your whole situation. I did at one point because I see the light in you, but what happens is your spirits jump in and out. You had like I said, there was a time when you had light, and I saw that good aspect of you, that creative aspect of you, that humanitarian aspect of you that does have things to share with the community. But these things that come and bother you and take a hold of you turn you into a viper. And so nobody is safe around a viper or a cobra. No one is safe around that. Not people that need healing, not people that are coming out to, a place to commune with others of like mindset and like spiritual journey. It's definitely not suitable for people to be around vipers and cobras when they're trying to learn and when they're new in their walk. You got people in your comments that are younger than me that are taking up for you and don't even know who you are, but that's okay. Because like it was said, if you continue operating the way you are, you're going to have a serious downfall. Now, like I said, I wanted to see you win, but things were done, and I do have receipts. Now, I did not stay there, no, and I'm glad I didn't because I understand what was going on. However, those that did stay there have testimony enough. Now, even with notwithstanding that, or let's just not even consider that. Let's just act like that don't even exist. The fact of the matter is, I remember your behavior with me. I have receipts because I have your recorded call and I have your text messages. So if I don't have receipts, as you say, why do I have recorded calls of you and recorded Zoom meetings and text messages, and your recorded call revealed that you were talking shit about a certain older lady? Your recorded call revealed your messiness. Now, even so, I know how older women can be. It's okay. But You throwing around legal threats makes me know, never mind, because it doesn't apply to me. You can't do anything to me. Just like, whether your business has this IRS tax stuff or nothing makes no, never mind, because I have never ever written the name of your business anywhere on the internet, and I have never named it by name and pointed it out or provided any direct link to your business. Now, I refer to you as a person, but see, the thing about legal jargon is it's not slander if it's true. So therefore, if I make an accusation and I have receipts to back it up, and I have the testimony and witnesses of others, or even witness testimony or witness videos or whatever, where they had the same experience, it is not then slander if it's true. It is not slander if it's true. It is not libel or written lies if it's actually true. You need to know the law before you get up there and try to make threats. You cannot threaten me, okay? You cannot threaten me. You may be able to threaten the people that are afraid of you, but you cannot threaten me with any legal action because I never named your facility. I made a joke and I could have been talking about anybody's shit. Okay? Matter of fact, in the video where I made the joke, I didn't even use your so-called name. I didn't even use your social media names. I didn't even use your colloquialist or whatever kind of names, your little names that you go by. I didn't even use that in the video with the Medea thumbnail. However, I did say what the fuck I said on that live stream because I had a right to say it. And like I said, it's not slander if it's true. Because see, there's evidence that the live stream was available. There's multiple videos where people have had problems with you. Okay, so that would then lend credence to testimony and support of my personal stance that you stabbed people in the back allegedly. And as long as there is some kind of proof to back up what I'm saying, it is not slander and is not libel if it's true. You need to stop, you black people, you niggas and niggerettes, especially you Southern Negroes that can barely write and read. You need to stop threatening people with legal action because you don't know the law like that. Most of you who do this shit. Most of you don't even know the law like that, and you'll actually get in trouble by making false claims and filing false police reports and filing and trying to get people wrapped up in the system. See, what can happen is that'll backfire onto you because you won't be able to prove your case. Anytime you bring a case or you file or you have an attorney file a case, you and your attorney have the burden of proof against me. And so therefore you would have to prove that I slandered your business by name. Not just slander, by name. And you would have to then secondarily prove that it was slander and that none of it was true. You would have to prove that I just made it all up and that there was no basis for what I said, which we all know that there is basis for what I said. There's basis all over the internet for what I said and interaction that you've had with not just me, but with other people that would also give evidence in support of what I said. Okay? So in that case, sorry, I had somebody at the door. So then that's what you would have the burden of proof. You would have the burden of proof to have to lay down, oh, well, this person interfered with the operation of my business, which I did not do. As a matter of fact, you've been going along just fine from what I can see. So you're not going to threaten me. I don't believe anything you say. Okay, you're not going to threaten me. None of that shit is based in fact anyway. Now, slander and libel is only slander and libel if it's totally untrue based on no actual evidence. You need to get in them law books, but you're not going to because you think that you can punk people with fear. And I guess you think just because I'm younger that I'm uneducated. No, I spent 7 years in university. I didn't grow up sitting up under a nigga scrotum. Okay? So, with that being said, you've never sent any kind of cease and desist to anybody except for maybe like maybe she did with the person on Facebook. But you can't send no cease and desist to me because you're not a lawyer. You'd have to get a lawyer to do that. A cease and desist has to come from an attorney. Okay? And then the attorney's not going to draw it up unless you give them proof that there was actual reason for the cease and desist to happen. And the reason why you have to give them proof is because they can be penalized by the Bar Association for going after people without proper proof. So see, attorneys can't even just throw around cease and desist like that. Like, they can't even do that because they can get in trouble with the Bar Association and risk problems with their license if they go just throwing cease and desist out just because somebody's mad, just because that, somebody has revealed that they have a subpar character and they've had a lot of problems with different people. And so that attorney still has a higher standard. And I highly doubt that any attorney worth their salt is going to do a frivolous cease and desist based off of your words when you have the reputation of being the alleged scammer. Keyword is alleged. These are allegations. It doesn't make it true. These are opinions. It doesn't make it true. Opinions cannot be held as libel and slander because they are opinions. They are not fact. See, since you want to throw around legal jargon, I'm going to teach you how to finesse this fucking system. But you don't know how to. I take that back. I'm not going to teach you shit. I'm just not going to speak on you anymore because you love energy. The spirits that are with you love energy. And like I said, you're very pressed. So like I said, I have the right to my opinion. And if anyone were to try to send me a cease and desist based on my opinion and me telling my story, I will smack that shit down in a U.S. District Court with the articles of the Declaration of Independence and also the Constitution, because the Constitution overrules your right to, I don't want nobody talking about me. The U.S. Constitution overrides that. Okay? I'm a free human being. I don't answer to you. And as long as I'm not telling people, as long as I'm not saying, for example, y'all don't go shop at Kmart because Kmart's a horrible store. People say that shit all the time. And guess what? They don't get sued because that's their opinion. So you can't do anything either. If a large entity like that cannot sue an individual just because they don't like the service or they don't like the person or whoever's running it, it doesn't mean that you can. Like, if a large entity can't police people like that with, they're not allowed to speak on me. They're not allowed to have an opinion. They're not allowed to leave a review. If they're not stroking my ego, I'm going to send them a cease and desist. If they're not stroking my ego, I'm going to threaten them with legal action. You ain't threatening me with shit. I'm just telling you for your own good that you're going to meet your match. All right? And that's the problem. You have met your fucking match and you're intimidated. And so that's when I'm going to cease. You ain't going to do shit with no cease and desist, because the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call the motherfucking police to investigate you and drug test your little friend to see what kind of financial activity is going on there. So you can try me if you want to. And it'll be all kinds of stuff sniffing around there. All kinds of authority sniffing around there to see what the fuck going on. And to find out why you might be running something that might not be quite legal. Now, we're not talking about tax-wise. We're talking about some other shit. But see, you don't want me to tell your business. So I'm not going to. Because see, like I said, I'll read your ass for filth. I'll record a pendulum reading and ask strategic questions and won't identify nobody. And people can put two and two together and we'll see if you want some authority sniffing around or not. We'll see. I'll lay the mat out. I'll turn on the camera and I'll ask, is this a legal organization? Is there any alleged scamming going on? Is there any kind of other stuff going on that's underhanded? And we'll see what the spirits say. But I know you don't want me to do that. And I know your little friend don't want me to do it either. Because see, I'll expose her too. I'll do a reading on her without saying her name. It ain't slander and libel if you can't be identified, baby. If it's an anonymous person that I'm doing the reading for, you can't do anything about that. And you know that. Because any jury or any judge will be like, how do you even know she was talking about you? Nobody even knows. Therefore, we don't find in a court of law that you incurred any damages, because we do not find any evidence that what she said damaged your organization. It did not damage your organization. Like I said, you're actually doing better, as it would seem. You're always posting on social media. So if this slander and libel were so dangerous, wouldn't you be suffering some losses? or I see you got a lot of new products, which is good, but you have to prove this stuff in a court of law that what somebody said directly negatively impacted your business, which it didn't. You lost two powerful young women, yes, and some others that backed away that might have, had an interest, but that wasn't because of what I said. That was because of their own intuition. These ladies out here have serious gifts, and like I said, I have evidence where I promoted you, so that would also be taken into account in a court of law. Okay, ma'am, she helped promote your business, and now you're saying she damaged it? Which one is it? It can't be both. It can't be fucking both. How you saying she damaged your business when you got a nice new inventory, you got this going on, you got new visitors, you got your new event coming up? How you gonna say she did anything? How is it her fault? That's what a good attorney would ask, a good defense attorney, and I don't even need a defense attorney because I represent my motherfucking self. Not pro se, in propria. Because I know shit about the law that you don't motherfucking know. But that's what a good judge would wonder. Well, this person actually gave this individual a lot of clout. And because I still got my videos where I promoted you, so that would be evidence too. I got your phone calls and the text messages and where things were going okay, for a little bit. And then you started going off in left field and acting like you ignore people. I also have the testimonies of you doing the same thing to others who are business owners. So you would have a hell of a goddamn time fighting me in court. Just so you know. And chances are high that you would lose. Because you cannot prove that I did anything wrong other than sharing my opinion. Because I did not name your business as a location. I said down there in Alabama. I don't even know what city you live in. I said down, and I said Selma. I could have been talking about any place in Selma. Unless you identify the business, you cannot be held liable for any of that, okay? So you need to learn more about business law instead of running your mouth about me, you and your black ass dog. And see, the reason why you like her is because she's close to your age and me and the other lady is much younger. That's okay though. I don't care about you liking me. My energy is not for everybody, but I'm going to be me. And you see that I put a website up that looks better than yours in 2 motherfucking hours. So you can see that I'm not pressed by you. But I didn't do it for you. I did it because it needed to be done. Because where one door closes, I'll open my own motherfucking door. So if I can do that for myself, surely you're no competition to me. I don't want anything you have. And it's not about having pain. It's about you being trifling and you having issues with multiple people. Multiple people. Not just me. So is everybody that has an issue with you in pain? That sounds like a narcissist to me. Who would say that? Sounds like a sociopath or a psychopath who would accuse people of, because they don't like the way someone operated in business or in rapport and how you deal with other people, that you accuse them, oh, you just hurt. That's a narcissistic stance. That's a narcissistic stance. And I would also have plenty of evidence on how you dance around and gyrate on camera. Who's going to take a businesswoman seriously who does all of that shit? Now, I'm not saying you can't express your creativity and all of that, but the odds are stacked against you, ma'am. So don't throw no more legal jargon my way. You're not capable. You're not capable, and I didn't do anything wrong. You're going along fine, just like you were supposed to, I guess. You're going along fine, so you can't blame that on me. And I'm not taking your bullshit. I'm not going to be your scapegoat. All right? Y'all go ahead and do what y'all doing, and I'm doing my thing. This is not a competition because I'm on a different level than you. And you're in your lane, I'm in my lane. This is not a competition. But you seem to keep trying to make it that when it's not. Okay? I don't want nothing to do with what you got going on down there. At the time that I did is because I thought you were a good person. But I see that you're not. And I been saw that. And many people have wrote me in private and said that you're not. So if of the testimony of dozens and dozens and dozens of people is slander and libel, then you would have a hard time winning that case in court. Even if those people didn't show up, you would still have a hard time explaining that evidence away to a judge and a good defense attorney. But see, like I said, I don't need a defense attorney because I'll chop your motherfucking argument to mincemeat. You wouldn't be brave enough to stand up in a court of law because you know that I would bring out all of them fucking rip-off reports and those scammer reports. Now, I don't know if they're true because I wasn't the person who wrote them, but I would bring all of that into court. And I would also play my own videos where I never said that your actual business was a bad place. I said that there were problems and that you had no business talking shit about me or other people. I said that there were things that needed to be worked on. So if you got business to do, handle that motherfucking shit. Get the fucking heat cut on there. How about that? Instead of inviting people in and trying to look like something that you're really not by putting some little white boy on TV, you need to get the fucking heat fixed. Maybe you need to worry about them problems instead of trying to throw little threats at me. That's real shit there. Handling business makes sure the place is fucking livable and comfortable. And you said on your own fucking video that the heat wasn't working. I got that shit. So how is it slander or libel if it came out of your mouth? How is it slander or libel when the person you had there as a guest said that it was cold in there? Or that he was trying to keep warm? How is that slander or libel against your business? See, you think because you're dealing with a black woman that you can say whatever you want to say, but I'll skin your ass and string you up like a white man will, bitch. Don't ever try me.